I am epic because
I am currently pregnant.
I'm immune compromised.
I'm elderly.
I am epic because
I'm pregnant as well. This is my first baby.
I have a compromised immune system. I have an autoimmune disorder of type 1 diabetes since I was 4 years old, and it puts me at risk, but it also has made me grow as a person.
In what ways do you think?
I think I have a better understanding of people who have medical challenges, because I do too, and having grown up with one, it was part of what made me who I am.
I am epic because I am currently pregnant. To me, the flu vaccine is important because I want to protect my children that I currently have, as well as my baby that I'm expecting and myself. I have my children vaccinated, and I'm very on top of trying to wash hands, let's not spread germs, avoiding sick people.
Having rheumatoid arthritis and taking the medications that I take make me more at risk for contracting the flu and its complications associated with the flu.
I'm epic because I'm elderly. I'm in the older category. I am a nurse in immunizations. I've worked here for 20 years basically. I think flu vaccine is very important for the elderly because your immune system becomes less vibrant as you get older and older. And if you are consistently getting a flu shot, you're more able to fight anything that comes.
Also sharing how I feel about germs with everybody around the house and the family. They think I'm a little crazy, but I want to protect my baby as much as I can and myself. So just being very hygiene.
As a person living with HIV, I am immunocompromised, and I have been for about a year now. And so it's important to me to make sure that for my health that I get any vaccines that I need, especially the flu shot. I do not need anything else knocking me down a peg. And yeah.
I got my flu vaccine last year, preparing to get mine again this year. Last year was a really smooth experience, no pain, nothing, just a quick poke, and I was on my way.
When I started working at University of Iowa hospitals, and I've gotten one ever since. I've gotten a flu shot every year since then, and I've never had the flu. Yay!
Yes, I agree. And also I feel like we're setting an example for other moms as well. I've been vaccinated and nothing's ever happened to me, and now I have a baby, it's all about her. And so I'm just trying to be an example, and I could be the other person like, no, this is what you should do.
Studies have shown that if you don't get vaccinated, like what the risk can be if you do get the flu versus taking the extra precaution. Nothing is 100% effective, and we've seen that, in other years that there's different strains of flu, but at least some protection is better than none, I feel like.
Contracting the flu and its complications associated with the flu, and those could be pneumonia, septicemia, hospitalization, several days, weeks lost at work.
You know what? I should tell you. Am I being taped?
Mm-hmm.
We heard about a gal in a conference one time who was only 13, and she got the flu, and she ended up hospitalized. She was in the hospital for 90 days, air flighted to Barnes Hospital. She was on a ventilator. She had to have ECMO, where they filter your blood in and out of your body. She barely survived. That was from the flu. Now, if you can avoid the first step of getting sick with the flu, think of what you can avoid, all the serious consequences.
I just got mine a couple weeks ago, and honestly, I am not a big fan of needles, but the nurse did it. I didn't realize she was already done by the time she was done. I was like, wait, that was it.
When I was younger, I did end up with the flu. I was in elementary school, and my blood sugar couldn't stay under control, and I ended up in the hospital for a couple of days. It was really scary for my family, and I was lucky to get the medical treatment to keep me well. I would say that you have to weigh the cost and the benefit. So if you can conquer that needle phobia for one day, that might keep you from having to end up in the hospital with an IV to get fluids for a much longer time.
I know my parents were kind of like old school, and I try to convince them to get a flu shot. There's a lot of myths. Obviously, a lot of people think, oh, you're going to get it if you get the shot. So I do try to educate people from what I've learned here. I'm letting them know that that's not necessarily true. And then with my own kids, like I said, washing hands when they're blowing noses, stuff like that. Trying to use sanitizer when we don't have access to water. Just all around, hygiene stuff. Yeah.
Well, start with the flu vaccine. That's a really important thing. Wash your hands frequently. Eat well, get exercise, and sleep well every night. That's about it.
But I have a little nephew, and I'm like all about hygiene with him, and like how you cover your mouth, how you wash your hands after everything. I'm like really anal about it with my parents too, about their hygiene and germs. I also try to read up on a lot of like mommy blogs for like with the flu and try to educate myself a little bit more.
It didn't even hurt. It did hurt the next day. Make sure to move your arm a lot. Make sure that the next day after you get the shot or the day you get the shot, you should make sure to do a lot of yard work.
It's really important to get a flu vaccine. Our bodies are already working hard enough to try to keep day-to-day life going, and being confronted with the flu virus isn't something anybody with immune system issues needs. So the flu vaccine is a really effective way to keep us safer. People can access the flu vaccine at McLean County Health Department. My agency, Positive Health Solutions, has flu vaccine available to our clients through special flu clinics and during regular clinic days.
Being epic doesn't end with getting the flu vaccine.
Being epic is taking control of my health.
Protecting the health of others.
And promoting health for the future.
You are epic.
We are epic.
This campaign was brought to you from the McLean County Health Department with participation from our partners, Positive Health Solutions.
And promoting health for the future.
You guys were very in sync.
Okay.
You both know I like it. What do you want to? And you like.
You can rub and I will just hold. Like, is that weird?
Can we do one thing?
Mm-hmm.
So I can have you do this on camera. You ready?
You're kidding.
Are you ready? Spin in the chair. 360. Go, 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 go. Give me one spin. Give me another spin. Give me another spin. Give me another spin. Give me another one.
The campaign was brought to you by the McLean County Health Department with participation from our partner. I said it again. What? I think because I'm thinking partner and Positive Health Solutions,
Yeah.
so I'm going partner.
Partner.
Because I am in the elderly
Category?
I can be elderly.
because I am elderly.
I'm not
Yeah.
sensitive about it
Yeah. Or you could say older.
because I'm old.
Older. You can look into the camera, or you can look at me.
I can't look into the camera, so am I gonna look weird?
So like, try to look like maybe right here, like to my tie.
Okay,
But you
so
can
I'm not
always
looking up.
Look up just a little bit, maybe right here. Yeah, this is where you're gonna look at. And I'm gonna move over like this.
This is
Yeah.
wackadoodle.
It's to make you look good, so you're not.
I
looking
appreciate
down.
it. Like,
Because if you
Years ago, before I even knew I had an issue, I may have fallen on one of the nurses here at the health department. She's no longer with us. Not that I killed her, but she has moved on. But yeah, that's the biggest fear.